for watching. Thank you for watching. You know, if you guys notice, like, in the press, it's so obvious. We see that young Hollywood is all about getting pregnant right now and having babies. Like, back in the day, like, in Hollywood, if you had a baby, it's like, ooh, she had a baby. I don't know if she's going to get her career back. But now, everybody is just, they just, like, spitting them out. Spitting them out. Nicole Richie, she on her second one. Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears had 2 boys. And most young women avoid getting pregnant. They're like, they don't want to get pregnant. I don't want to get pregnant. I'm not ready to make that happen. So the birth control, the whole thing. But a lot of these women, you know, they're on the birth control and they're waiting because they know that when they're ready, it's going to happen. But many women put off having babies are surprised to find out that when they get older, it's not so easy. We think about Courtney Cox Arquette. She talked openly about her multiple miscarriages and finally having a baby after several rounds of in vitro fertilization when she was over 40. Over 7.3 million women in the U.S. struggle with infertility. 7.3 million. Check this out.
So you want to have a baby. For some people, it's just the horizontal mambo, and pow, 9 months later. But for others, this can be an arduous task. In fact, look around you, because 1 out of every 7 couples struggle with infertility. Some are willing to ride the emotional roller coaster in their quest for parenthood, plunking down thousands of dollars for procedures like in vitro fertilization, which has a staggering average cost of $10,000. And with advances in modern medicine, 2/3 of couples treated for infertility go on to have a happy ending. And for many others, the struggle to conceive goes on indefinitely.
Jessica and Alex are hoping for a happy ending to their infertility struggle because it's been an intense and exhausting experience for them. How long have you been trying to get pregnant, Jessica?
I've been trying to get pregnant for the last 5 years. 5 years. It's so hard. Unless you in my shoes. Yeah. You don't know what it feels like. It's like you can see the light at the end of that tunnel and you can't reach it. Yeah. It's hard. So getting your period every month is like, no. Something you don't want to see. Something you don't want to go through. Yeah. You don't want that. That's not what you want. And your husband Alex is here. I know this affects her seriously, right?
Very.
Every day. Crying every day almost.
It started off, you know, we're in love with each other. We make, you know, we're intimate with each other. But it's so long already. It's like becoming a job. It's not spontaneous. It's not recreational. It's more work. Yeah. On a clock.
I'm ovulating. Come on, let's go.
It's more of a job.
Yeah. Now, I know at one point you were pregnant, 5 weeks pregnant. You must have been so happy when that period did not come, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but then what happened?
The happiest moment of our lives finally came, which was January 8th of 2009. And just 2 days later, it went tragedy. We had a tubal pregnancy.
A tubal pregnancy, which is like, it's called an ectopic pregnancy. And where the baby starts growing in your fallopian tubes, not in your uterus.
That's correct. And ours ended up being having to have it removed surgically because of the ectopic pregnancy and the way it was centered and everything else that was going on. That was...
They removed the baby, but they also removed your...
They also removed the left tube.
Your left fallopian tube.
That is correct.
And I know last week was a special and not special day at the same time. Tell me what last week was.
September 10th would have been the birth of our baby. It's the worst day, because you think it could have been here, could have held them, could have been part of our lives.
And I know this has put a strain on your relationship. You'll start arguments
over little things
with Alex,
over the tiniest thing, and it just has nothing to do with that. It's building anger. It's sometimes I lash out at him. You're not the one that went through this. You don't have a scar. You don't go through the emotional. You don't go through anything.
And you know, you think she has a fear also, a fear of losing you. Tell me about that.
She nitpicks at little things, and we fight and argue over like the silliest things. But I know it's not from that. I know from where it's coming from. And it always leads down to, at the end of it, oh, you're going to leave me because I can't conceive or I can't have your child. We can't be a family.
Lori and Dwayne are here as well, and after struggling for so many years to have a child, they turned to in vitro fertilization treatments and had their son Matthew, who's now 4 years old. And since then, Lori has given birth to 2 more children, Christian and Kaylee. So I know that you can relate to this story. You have been, Jessica, and been torn apart by this.
I absolutely can identify with them. Spending time with you the other night was amazing. We went through the ups and downs every month. We didn't go through it as long as they went through it. We sought help after 2.5 years because I kind of felt like I was going to have a problem. So we sought help, and you know, because I was young, they don't take it seriously. When you're under 30, they don't take it seriously. They just think you're in a rush, and they put us immediately on you know, drugs, and didn't work. And we went through 2 failed IUIs. But the emotional part of it is the period. I used to have nightmares, nightmares every single month, like that I was going to get my period. And, you know, your nightmares aren't supposed to come true. And I would wake up at 5:30 in the morning every month because that's when I would get it. And I would just come back to bed crying.
Because the period would come.
And he knew.
And it's so interesting because there's so many women that are watching right now going, wow, I look for my period every month and hope it comes because I don't want to be pregnant.
I was one of those women who was on the pill and was worried all those years, you know, I can't get pregnant.
And then you went totally other side. Well, we sent Jessica and Alex, along with Lori and Dwayne, for moral support to the New Hope Fertility Center to undergo fertility testing. Check this out.
Instead of Jessica and Alex waiting at the New Hope Fertility Center alone, they are joined by Lori and Dwayne. This is the very first time they're meeting.